I'm Jeff Baldessari. I'm President and CEO of U.S. Rubber Recycling in Colton, California. A triple bottom line business is one that contributes to people, planet, and prosperity. When you look at it, the purpose of a corporation, it's more than to create shareholder value. It's what is your contributions to the community that really matter the most and to your stakeholders, which will include your vendors, your employees, your customers. Our mission is to transform a waste stream of discarded truck tires in California to a feed stream that produces rubber flooring, underlayment, and vegetation control matting while helping our employees transform their lives and realize their potential. We produce three primary products here at U.S. Rubber. The first is rubber flooring that's used for commercial and home gyms. The second category of products that we produce is rubber underlayment, which is used in multi-story buildings between the subfloor and the flooring, and this abates sound transmission between floors. And the third category of products that we produce is rolled vegetation control matting, and that's used on freeways underneath guardrails and fencing to prohibit weed growth or vegetation growth on the freeways.
My name is Leslie Morales, and I am the Vice President of Operations here at U.S. Rubber Recycling. When we found that we were doing something very good for the environment, we wanted to take it a step further and be able to find a way to do something good for our community.
Shortly after I came here in 2019, the Bounce Back program was formalized to enable people to bounce back in their lives.
We started employing folks that have been formerly incarcerated or have a justice-involved background. We've partnered with not only the County of San Bernardino and the County of Riverside, but we've also partnered with some other nonprofit organizations that will help us find folks to fill the vacancies that we have.
We started the Bounce Back program out of necessity. You have a tight labor market out here in the Inland Empire and a lot of competition for employees because of the distribution entities that are out here.
We've expanded our horizons and given ourselves another form of referral source, which really has proved to be very beneficial to U.S. Rubber.
I think it's important to realize no matter what your business is, whatever the widget is that you produce as a manufacturer, your narrative is going to transcend the widget. People today want to know what's the story behind your product. It starts with the performance. What are you doing for your people? How do you go to market with it? How do you produce it? What are you doing for the environment? What kind of a contribution are you making? What kind of a difference are you making? And then once you've done that, you've created the story that you can then share with your customers, your stakeholders as vendors, and your employees as well. They're experiencing it. Sharing that narrative is important. By posting online with LinkedIn, we've generated a couple of new relationships. Larger ones such as Home Depot and other big box and online retailers that became aware of us. And again, it's the power of the connections. And that's how the word is spread. And that's how we've led to new customers and more business because again, people enjoy the story. They shared with us, we love what you post. We'd like to see that insight. We find it interesting.
My advice to other manufacturing companies would be to look outside the box, to really take notice of what's around you, not only referral resources, but also finding a way that they can become a better corporate citizen. And what I mean by that is seeing what you can do not only for your community, how do you give back? It doesn't have to necessarily be financially. It could be time or some sort of talent or some other resource that you might have. Business is a partnership, no matter on what level, no matter with who. And I think it's important to establish those relationships in your community. It will really be helpful.